Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
Tonight we're doing last Friday's episode of
Wynonna Earp, Season 3, Episode 4, No Cure for Crazy.
Yes. So, what did you think?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Waverly should have gone to see her mom because it just made her freaked out.
Yeah.
But then again, she also needed to because she hadn't seen her mom,
So she ran away.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. It was kind of a catch-22.
It was.
Because either way, it was going to suck.
Yeah. Sorry for the reflection, guys. All you were seeing was the lights.
Oh. I have anti-glare on my lenses, so.
I wear them because it's easier to trust people with glasses, especially if they're selling you stuff.
Really?
Well, I sold more when I was wearing my glasses as opposed to when I wasn't.
Interesting.
Because they highlight the eyes, and eyes are the windows to the soul. So it's easier to trust someone with glasses.
Well.
Oh, tip.
Good to know.
I'm tired as hell, in case you guys were wondering why I'm acting so weird.
You always act weird.
Yeah, but I'm usually like, hey, but I'm just like,
Yeah. So, do you think that she legitimately was going to kill Waverly like Waverly thought she was going to do, or she was going to kill the demon?
Well, she burnt down the barn with Waverly inside of it. So.
But then as they were hauling her off, she was like, kill the demon, kill the demon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then Waverly confronted her when she was in the barn.
Yeah.
She's like, am I the demon, Mama? No, she is. And I was like, oh, fudge. Who the hell is she? She's gonna turn around and it's gonna be this creepy as hell figure.
Freaking frack.
and then she turns around and it's like this nun outfit. I mean, you saw the headdress. And you know what was funny? I was watching the recording. There was a preview on at the end of the commercial session.
Mm-hmm.
Just after that. Do you know what the horror movie was called?
What?
The Nun. And you had this creepy-ass nun standing behind another one, just trailing, and you couldn't see inside.
Oh my gosh.
You couldn't see the face.
You couldn't see inside the habit?
No. Because that one was wearing the traditional black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that, I guess was gonna get killed was not. Mm-hmm. She was wearing a different color. And she was walking down the hall, and then she, felt something, I guess. Turned
That's
around
just gonna make more
screamed.
people more freaked out by nuns. I mean, let's face it.
I'm not creeped out by nuns. Every time I think of a nun, I think of the Sister Act. Isn't that what it's called?
Sister Act?
Yeah, with Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, those are hilarious.
Right?
I think of The Sound of Music, honestly. But, yeah, Sister Act, too.
The Sound of Music comes in, it ties. Sometimes
well, it's that's the movie that, that to me at least that I've seen the most often that has nuns in it.
Right.
So that's what I associate them with.
I just saw the Sister Act before I saw.
No, I saw Sister Act recently, probably within the last 2 to 3 years. So
I saw that before. I saw Sound of Music.
No, I saw Sister Act probably last year or the year before. Yeah, and I saw both of them, so I've seen both. I know. I'm seeing them slowly, but I'm seeing them. I just saw School of Rock for the first time last week. Okay.
And you can all assume and assume correctly that I was just as appalled as you guys are that it took her this long.
I'm sorry.
least she's seen it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, that's what I thought when I saw that.
That's
And
creepy.
then the horror.
I would have been creeped out too. Like, seriously? I would have been like, what?
Like, as soon as that horror movie, like, I pushed play because I was fast forwarding the commercials because I saw the Nun thing and I thought that the show had come back on.
Mm-hmm.
Wrongfully so, because it was the preview for the horror movie The Nun. Like,
I think some of the horror movies they're
that.
putting out nowadays are like, they're good. But
they're so damn predictable.
Yeah.
So they're not good.
There's some that are really, really well done.
If you want to laugh, but also a slight hint of horror, you can watch Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, it has something. That title has something to do. Oh, with the theme song, though.
It does. It does.
I was able to connect.
You were. But yeah, like, I just think it's interesting a lot of times, too, that, like, they use nuns in things as, like, symbols of evil or that type of thing, when they're totally not. I mean, they're completely celibate and obedient to God. So it's like, you know, there's nothing, like, unholy about them.
Unless you play Dead by Daylight, and then there's a villain.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they tend to, like, in, like, Supernatural, or even in, like, Wynonna Earp, like, they've had nuns, and they're considered, like, very, you know, unholy in those situations, or whatever they've been used for in those things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's all very interesting, because, like, I know this isn't supernatural, but, like, you know, with exorcisms and with all of that kind of stuff, it's based in Catholicism, so that's why, like, you know, The Exorcist, they use the priest to try to, like, exorcise the demon and things like that. So there's always, like, those symbols of, like, the religious stuff, and, you know, it's interesting that the horror movie for a nun came on after that scene with the demon being a nun.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And her name is Jolene, which we were laughing about because it reminded us of the Dolly Parton song.
The second that she introduced herself as Jolene, the first thing that went, the first thing that went through my head was, "Holy crap! It's Dr. Lauren. Where's Bo so she can go make."
Lost Girl fans, you probably remember who she's talking about.
Yes.
I never really watched much of it. She showed me some, but I haven't, like, dedicated myself to watching the whole show. But, yeah. I
had that. So, in that instance, I had that weird mixture of, holy crap, I love this actress, and going, Jolene, 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 Jolene. At the same time. Do you realize how odd that is? My mind could not comprehend.
That's so weird.
And if you guys watch Dark Matter and don't watch Lost Girl, which you totally should if you love Way Hot. If you are Way Hot fans, you need to watch Lost Girl. Okay? Just saying. But, like, the actress is also in Dark Matter. She plays the android. So,
she plays an android?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I was looking through her pictures on IMDb, and that's, like, her hair is dark because of that role, I guess. Because her hair, like, it was blonde for Lost Girl. She was totally cute blonde.
That's why I didn't recognize her.
Yeah, she was.
That's why I didn't recognize her.
Yeah.
Because she was blonde in Lost Girl.
Yeah.
Now I made the connection.
A hot, sexy human doctor.
Yeah, Bo and Lauren. Like, I remember her. But I didn't know it was her because her hair was different.
Yeah.
I just look up and I see Wynonna come in and, like Nicole and Waverly and Doc are acting all crazy.
Yeah, like they're high as hell.
And then she's like, oh, you know, I totally know you can do it. Like, you can totally kill it and everything. And
she's calling herself an it.
And
That's cute.
And then she, like, gives her a brownie, and Wynona's like, oh, yeah, totally, like.
Dude, if you think about it, okay, like, I know the first thing that went through your mind was, oh my gosh, it's a pot brownie. But
Legit, it was. I mean, they were acting like they were high.
But get this, the entire scene, even to us, looked like that.
Yeah.
And as an audience, we didn't eat anything. But, like, if you're thinking about it from a horror perspective, they're not actually eating cupcakes or brownies.
They're eating actual food?
No. They're eating something that she has created or something from her that gives them this effect. Like venom or something. Like, there's something about what she put something on something that would make them hallucinate and think of her as the person that we're seeing.
Yeah.
Now, what's creepy is that she's claiming her name is Jolene. Okay. So that means that there's a freaking nun out there in the history book somewhere named Jolene that they're going to have to figure out why she's still around and, like, kill her.
Send it back to hell.
Yes.
With the peacemaker.
Yes, of which was... Okay. This is something I had issue with.
Yeah. Why wasn't it with her?
No. Because her mom took it.
Okay.
That was established when her mom broke out of prison.
Right.
But my issue is that, yeah, we were made aware of in last season finale that there were actually bullets in the thing because Doc split the bullet. But they never showed her having to reload, did they? I don't remember her having to reload Peacemaker.
No.
Ever. And she shot over 8 or 9 people at once. Over that many. She shot maybe 20,
I always wondered
people.
how there were always bullets in the gun, though.
So I always thought that it was just a magic, like, a damn magic gun that always had, like, it didn't need bullets to kill the Revenant. I mean, like, if she was shooting, like, actual demons, then sure, it would need bullets.
Right.
But she was shooting Revenant, and she was shooting, like, 10 to 20 at a time when they got into big bar fights. She shot that thing off.
And she didn't reload it?
I don't remember seeing her reload. I mean,
I thought she did a couple times, but I don't know.
Maybe once. Once or twice, maybe, in the 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And so it just felt like the gun was magic and never needed more bullets.
Right.
And now all of a sudden she's gone on a damn ass mission, right? Chasing after a Revenant without bullets. That, I'm sorry, but if I know my magic gun needs bullets to kill these damn things, I'm gonna make sure that it's got bullets in it before I go chasing after one.
Yeah. So the lead that Doc found, like, in that basement or whatever, like, were those bullets for that gun? Or were those just, like,
those
normal
were just
bullets? Okay. That scene, though, with the cradle was...
The what?
The cradle.
The cradle, it hurt my heart.
Yeah.
I wanted to cry or tear up. Like, I knew that I should be feeling that emotion. Maybe it's because I'm just so...
I mean, it was adorable, like Wynonna said. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, and that led into her talking about how she just, like, gives up on stuff and runs and things like that.
And she takes the easy way out.
And she was and then they had the scene where she was talking to her mom and everything. And
she's just running away from her problem.
Yeah. Which is what her mom did, too.
Well, her mom didn't run away. Her mom tried to kill the problem and got arrested for it.
Yeah.
But what I don't get is that one, if this demon has been attached to Waverly since birth, it seems like. Right? I mean, probably not since birth.
Volshard?
No.
No, the other demon. That's right.
The nun.
The nun, that's right.
Like, I mean, it's not since birth, because if it was since birth, then, like, they would have no fond memories of being 3 happy little girls with a mommy and a daddy.
Right.
But, so it was at some point, you know, like, when Waverly was a little older, a toddler maybe, before the age of memory. But, like, that this demon attached itself to her? And why her?
Yeah.
And the biggest question of all. Okay, the second biggest question of all. How was the mom the only one that could see it?
I mean, maybe she was the one who was allowed to see it.
The dad was the demon hunter, the revenant killer. He was the chosen one of his generation. He was, you know, the next in line.
So that's why her mom was saying that she was going to kill Waverly, because the demon's attached to Waverly.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to kill the demon, she has to kill Waverly.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's like on Supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
When a ghost is attached to
They
a
have
person.
to remove it.
Like, if the ghost is attached to the person, then they have to do something to remove it.
Yeah.
It does not always, ever, actually, end up meaning kill the person.
Yeah.
Because the boys always find a way around it.
Right.
Because maybe it was like a
But
transplant.
I mean, Waverly has always, like, been kind of mysterious.
This does account for the reason, this does account for her not being able to hold a gun at the end of last season.
Yeah, it does.
Which is depressing to me. Because I want her daddy to be Revenant.
Yeah.
Because we know she's not in our...
Mm-hmm.
So who the hell is she? Dude, if she is the sheriff's daughter, I'ma just stop right now.
Oh, Nedley's daughter?
Yes. I mean, the way he told Waverly, it seemed like her mama got around with every male in town.
Well, why would that be a problem if he was her dad?
Then who was her father? That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know. And
no, I know we don't know who her father is, but I'm just saying, if he ended up being the one who was her father, why would you have a problem with that?
I mean, he's a nice guy, and he tries, but they just, there's nothing about him that says Waverly.
Yeah, but do you want it to be freaking Bobo?
That's what I wanted, yes. Because, I mean, he even said, like, everyone would drink with her at the bar. Everyone would do this at the bar. And then, like, Waverly looked at Nicole and said, that's what we do. You know? But I was sitting there thinking, no. Back in her day, the Revenants were having drinks at the bar. Mm-hmm. Just like they are now. But you ain't drinking with them.
Right.
She was.
Waverly.
Oh, the mom.
Oh, the mom. Yeah.
And if I'm understanding Nedley's perception on the whole thing of her mom being, you know, loose.
Yeah, and easy or whatever you want to call it.
Right. She slept with the Revenant?
That's what Wynonna did.
Well, yeah, but Wynonna was drunk off her ass.
Well, who's to say that her mom wasn't also drunk off her ass?
Well, her mom can't tell the difference between a human and a Revenant.
No.
Unless they show themselves.
I know, but she still could have been drunk off her ass.
Yes. But Wynonna has no leeway. She can tell the difference. She can see the difference.
Yeah, but when she was drunk, she probably couldn't.
Oh. She probably did, but thought she was hallucinating. I mean, she was blackout drunk. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. She probably just didn't register because she was so beyond.
it did more than not register.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah. I also think it too, like, it was interesting how, you know, Waverly's like, we said no more secrets because, like, you know, she told Wynonna about, you know,
Nicole.
Nicole being the only survivor, and then,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Wynonna had to tell, like, Waverly about her mom.
Yeah, last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with this whole, I know we're jumping around a lot, guys. Just, you're gonna have to, I don't know, deal with it. But when they went into the fort, into the woods, and Nicole was right. The trees should not be there. They should not be that thick. And I'm not talking about trees everywhere. I'm talking about the stump.
Right.
The trunk should not be as wide as.
And Waverly was so oblivious. She's like, I don't know how long it takes something to, like, grow or whatever.
Yeah. That pissed me off. She's not stupid. She's, like, freaking smart as hell. And she just,
I feel like lately she's been acting like she's not, though.
Yeah. It is pissing me off. But, because, I mean, in the show, you have two amazing women who are gung-ho for the talent show. Like, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice to have someone you, like, it's great if you want to be a gun-wielding woman out there shooting up evil people, right? Or be a cop. It's the same thing, technically. But, like...
Yeah, but one of them's the heir and the other one's just a normal deputy.
But, like, what I'm saying, they both go in guns blazing and they know how to do their job.
Right.
Waverly doesn't have training. I mean, technically neither did Wynonna, but Wynonna learned and Dulles taught her.
Well, Waverly doesn't really have anything that she does.
Yeah, but she still goes in.
No, I know. And like, she helps them with this.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that it would be nice if they kept with what they had, which is a role model for people who don't want to put a gun in their hands and go shooting people.
Right.
Like, if you don't want to be a soldier or a cop or a country girl that likes to shoot or whatever, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Wynonna doesn't really have a choice.
Yeah. But,
so,
like, what I'm saying is, then have someone else on the show, like you did in season 1, and towards the beginning of season 2, when they broke into Black Badge.
Yeah, but that was also like, when she had the demon in her.
No, that was beef.
She had the demon in her.
Well, yeah, but, like, it wasn't the demon that did all that.
I know, but I'm just saying she was still possessed at that point.
Yeah, but she was fighting it at that point. The demon wasn't taking over. The demon never took over. Unless, like, she was just weak at that moment. But she was fully in control of all her functions, all her words, her mind, and everything. And she was totally badass in that Black Badge thing.
Yeah, she was.
I mean, yes, a lot of it was her running for her life. But...
Well, all of them were.
Yeah. And she freaking stood up. She lied straight to Black Badge's face. Like...
Well, that freaking Lucado was a bitch.
Yes, but, like, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And she was willing to go in undercover with someone that she actually... I mean, she knew that this girl did not have, like, backup of any kind. And she was willing to do that. Like... Waverly has proven herself capable. And now suddenly she's a simple ditzy country hick.
I think that they're planning on something this season, like, with her character, you know? Yeah. So I think that we just have to wait. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't think she's gonna be this way the whole season.
Well, like, yeah, but I'm just saying that right now it'd be nice to have that role model back.
Yeah.
So.
Guess they can't do everything with the character all at once. So
Well,
have
they'd
to.
already established that part of her, so they didn't have to do it with her. It's already been done. They just had to keep writing her the way they've been writing her.
Yeah, well, there's always inconsistencies in writing. So. But yeah, I don't know. I think that I think we're definitely also gonna see, like, hopefully better relationship with Way Hot, just because, things have been kind of off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Because of the cult of Bolshar.
Yeah. Oh, and then Doc having to come in contact with Bolshar.
Yes.
Like,
I was going to talk about the trees, and then I got sidetracked on the Waverly thing.
Because I mentioned it. I'm sorry.
But, yeah. I was just going to say, because we were talking about the trees and how...
Yeah. How the
like,
stumps were bigger than normal.
Right. And then at the same time, while they're doing that, while they're talking about the trees, you had this immediately, like... Okay. If I can find the word. Okay. You immediately have this amazing, attractive, yet obviously just put there to make Jeremy happy, man. Like,
is Jeremy
convenient.
supposed to be gay?
Yes. That's why he was all over the vampire.
Okay.
Like, that's the word. Conveniently, amazingly attractive gay man. I'm sorry, it was just too convenient for me. Finding a murder tree in the same damn forest. And
he was looking for Nedley, though. Because he needed help.
No, he was looking for Nedley after because of the murder tree.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, but if all those damn trees are still alive like they are, then they all be murder trees. I am sorry. Like, I mean, they can't still be alive and not be murder trees. And what the hell was with that face in the trunk? You saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, why is there an eye staring back at me from inside the murder tree?
It's Mother Willow. No, I'm just kidding.
It's Dark Willow. Holy crap, guys,
no,
she's
it's like
back.
It's Mother Willow in the shape of a tree from Pocahontas.
No.
I'm just kidding.
It wasn't even a willow tree.
I know. I'm just trying to
Now I'm fantasizing about that perfect moment with it being Mother Willow or Dark Willow or Willow herself in a willow tree being the murder tree.
Well, I mean,
Dark Willow being the murder tree.
I could say, don't get me started on Willow right now.
Dark Willow being the murder tree in a willow would.
I haven't gotten to Dark Willow yet.
I know, but it makes perfect sense. For those of you who watch Buffy and know what we're talking about.
But I am pissed at Willow right now, so.
But yeah, I'm just. Like, they all have to be murder trees.
Yeah,
I mean there's no other way to explain it.
Trees are alive unless they are cut, unless the branches are cut down and the stump is just a stump. Like, if there are branches and there are leaves, it's a live tree.
Even if it's just a stump, it's a live tree.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still alive. The roots are still there. The roots are still producing. It'll still grow. Because, like, when I was doing preschool and daycare, my daycare and preschool were the same thing. So when I went into elementary and stuff, back for my daycare, they had this big, huge tree out in the front area where we would play. And one time, like, someone just came along and chopped it down, right? Because it was, like, it was wreaking havoc on the building.
Yeah.
Like, because of the limbs.
Right.
So they cut it down. So it was just a stump. You could sit on it and have your lunch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But as I grew up, I went back for my
Reunion?
no. My community service.
Oh.
And I went back, and it was taller. It wasn't a little stump anymore. It was taller.
But it didn't have any branches.
Oh, well. But, I mean, you have to kill the roots to kill the tree.
Yeah. But it usually just stays a stump after you cut it.
Yeah.
It doesn't grow branches again.
I mean, I don't know. You never know.
I mean, at least like what I've seen, most of the time, if there's just a stump there, it stays a stump.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't grow back into a big tree again.
If you want to kill it, you drill a hole through the stump and then pour. I forgot what it is you pour down it, but you pour something down it. Yeah, and it kills it. But they didn't do it. So yeah, but like all that to still say, it's impossible to see what they're seeing.
Right.
And so I'm thoroughly confused. And the second I thought about, like, she's like, I was lucky enough to be by the river. I wasn't at camp. She never saw what was happening. She has no idea what happened.
Waverly or Nicole?
No, Nicole.
Yeah.
She never saw what happened. She was down by the river.
Down by the river to pray. Sorry.
Well, the bullfrog shot from bank to bank saying hip hop, hippity hop.
That's not what I was thinking of.
I know. I'm thinking of the... Okay. I was thinking of a country hick joke that I'm not going to say.
Good.
Not necessarily country hick, it could be trailer hick.
Well, I probably am now.
But, like, she was down there. She jumped in a canoe and floated downstream because she was nowhere near what was happening.
Yeah. She
heard the screams, but she was nowhere near it. And she said, they said there was a fire.
Mm-hmm.
If there wasn't really a fire, then that would account for why the trees are still there. But, like, I mean, there's pictures, she said.
Mm-hmm.
There is evidence of there being a fire in that area.
Right.
But there's no visual evidence when she goes there.
Yeah.
So, what if all the trees attacked? I mean,
like the trees that come to life in The Wizard of Oz and throw apples.
You know, kind of like the tree that jumped into the middle of the woods, just in the middle of the road to stop the revenant.
Everything is literally a reference to something else for me. I'm really sorry. Like, it just makes me think of that.
How would you like it if someone?
Yeah, it just makes me think of that scene when you said like they were going to attack. Yeah. I just think of these mean trees getting angry because apples are being picked off of them and then start throwing the apples.
Yeah.
And then that's the way they get their apples because that's what the scarecrow wanted in the first place. Yeah. He wanted some apples, and because they were throwing them, he took the apples that they threw and they got their apple.
And the trees de-appled themselves. It was going to happen either way.
Oh, jeez.
But, yeah. And for some reason, thinking of that made me think of the Lord of the Rings, where the trees the battle, where the trees joined the battle. And
those movies are so bloody long.
They are, but that was an epic scene. Those giant trees joining the battle, yes.
I can't.
But, like, I mean, unless in their universe, a murder tree is just a tree that stands witness.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out more.
Because the tree was disappeared when Jeremy and his hot new boyf came running through the woods.
Did you just say boyf?
Yes. His hot new boyfriend. Come on,
Oh.
boyf.
I thought you said something like bilf, which would be like, boy, I'd like to.
Oh. Nope.
Which he probably would.
I mean, that's what I understood the second date to be.
But yeah.
Except for he got dragged away by a vine.
Yeah.
Probably dead.
Maybe the trees will have a significance in this season. That's why they're focusing on them like they are.
He was the town's token gay.
I'm not talking about Jeremy.
I know.
I'm talking about the trees.
I know. It was just my mind was still stuck on the convenient.
Well, I
attractive
mean,
gay man.
considering that they have a lesbian couple, I mean, they're gonna have a.
But
I mean, at first, Jeremy, I didn't think he was gay.
I knew he was.
I know, but why do they have to make the nerdy science guy be gay? Normally, they just are your typical ones that can't get a date because they're nerdy or because they're science geeks or something. It doesn't mean that they're gay.
No, and that's why you have other shows that depict that. Yeah. But, I mean, a gay guy can still be a scientist.
I'm not saying that they can't.
I know that's not what you're saying. But I'm saying that you have plenty of other scientists to watch that aren't gay.
Yeah.
Oh, why not give gays this one character?
I mean, makes sense.
That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I'm not against it. I just
I know.
wasn't expecting it, I guess.
Yeah. So, what, this town can only have one gay man? I mean, the second the original came back, they killed them all.
It's purgatory. It's a super small town.
Yeah.
Like.
But the second the original came back, he got eaten by a vine. He's dead.
Yeah.
There can only be one token gay in this whole town.
I mean, poor Jeremy.
He keeps swiping left and can't find anyone.
Well, that's his problem. Don't swipe left.
The swiping right means you reject the person.
Okay, well then don't swipe right. I don't use Tinder. I don't know how it works. I'm sorry.
Did he say he used Tinder? Was Tinder what he said?
Swipe left and swipe right
is
Tinder.
But yes, in our world. But this is TV land, not the channel. But this is the land of TV where
I think he mentioned that he did use it, yeah.
Okay. Because, I mean, I know the show has nothing to do with it, but iCarly, instead of having Apple products, they had Pear.
No, I think they actually mentioned Tinder on Wynonna.
Okay.
There are shows that do product placement and change names of things, but I think on here he said Tinder.
Okay. I just couldn't remember. But, yeah. So.
They probably just didn't need to say it necessarily because it's obvious that you swipe left or swipe right if you use that. So, but anyway, he swipes left or he swipes right and he doesn't get anyone.
Means whichever.
So that's his fault if he doesn't find anyone.
It's not his fault. I'm assuming he's saying yes to everyone and they keep rejecting him.
Yeah, and it is a small town, like I said.
Exactly, and he's the only gay one.
Yeah.
So everyone is going to say no. I feel sorry for him. But
I mean, maybe another guy will come along and come into purgatory and be like, I want to be with you.
Right?
But until then, he has to be alone.
Yep.
Swiping left on everyone that he thinks is attractive and only to be rejected.
Yeah.
Poor, poor Jeremy.
Sounds like a lonely life to lead. Just go to the bar, get a guy drunk enough, and he'll sleep with him. I mean, come on. Jeremy had to have thought of this.
Yeah, but he probably wants more than a one-night stand.
Get with a revenant. I mean, everyone else is doing it.
Yeah, but again, he probably wants more than that.
Well, Doc had more than that.
Doc is a freaking womanizer, okay? Doc has been around.
Yeah.
He's also old as crap.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else?
No,
I think we actually covered everything this time.
Yeah. Next episode's actually called Jolene, so try not to get the song in your head, everybody.
That's gonna be impossible because she's gonna be the mainstay in that episode.
I'm just being sarcastic.
And did you see the preview? I'm sorry to say.
I watched it on the Sci-Fi app. It didn't have the preview at the end.
I'm sorry to say, but Mama Earp is not impervious to the magic brownies. Or whatever the hell she ends up feeding her. Because apparently it was cupcakes for the first 3 and brownies for Wynonna.
It just seemed like because of how they were acting, it was pop brownies.
Yeah, but I mean...
But there was a lot of other food out on the table. It looked like it was all sugary stuff, so there was probably...
What if she's the witch from Hansel and Gretel?
Oh, Lord.
I'm
going to bake you in the oven so that I can cook you and eat you.
That's why they trusted her, because she was really a nun. They're like, oh, you're a nun, you'll take care of us. And then, I'm gonna fatten you up with all this candy and eat you.
Yeah.
That sounds...
It's just interesting for me to see the one that plays the mom, like, in this role. Because she's always played roles that are... I mean, like, in Rain, I never really watched Rain, but she was on that, too, and she played Mary's mom, Mary Queen of Scots' mom. But, I mean, in the other stuff she was in before that, at least of what I've seen, it was very different.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see her, like, expand out and do something that's different than stuff she's done before. You know?
Yeah. I'm just mad at the mom. Not because she was trying to kill her daughter. I mean, with having the demon attached and thinking that might be the only way to do it, I kind of understand. Not that I support it.
Yeah.
But I understand a little bit. But I'm mad at her because when Wynonna came back, she's been visiting. We saw that this season. She went to visit her mom. We've seen that. So, why didn't Mommy Dearest just say, hey, look, your little sister has something about her that drew a demon to her, and she's, like, being followed around by a demon only I can see. I mean, yeah, she's in the psych ward of a prison, but still, I mean, Wynonna hears demon, it's like, she's actually gonna believe you. Like, no one else. I mean, she's in the psych.
Well, I think she's also going to because, like, you know, Waverly was possessed by a demon before. So she's going to have a little bit more of a heightened awareness of that. Like Wynonna.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the mom never warned Wynonna.
Yeah, she didn't.
Like, she had obviously a couple chances to, because we've seen since she became the heir and she's been wielding Peacemaker, she's been to see her mom. Her mom knows Wynonna's back with Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Why not tell her, oh, by the way, since you're already killing demons, I have another one to add to your damn list. Protect your damn sister. Like...
Yeah, I mean, she's going to protect her anyway, because she's her sister.
Yeah, but, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, why didn't the mom just say it?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why I'm mad at her. That's why I don't like her character, because she was stupid. She should have told Wynonna.
She's an idiot.
She's more than an idiot. But, yeah. So, I think that's all. I think that's my entire 2 cents.
Yeah, mine too. I didn't see the preview, but I can go online and look at a promo.
Yeah.
Um,
But apparently Mommy Dearest eats something and becomes all happy-go-lucky with the rest of them.
of course.
I would have liked it that the one
Watch,
psychotic one.
Watch. It's only Jeremy's gonna be the only one that's impervious to it, and he's gonna have to save them.
That's because.
Or Nedley.
Yeah.
One of those two.
Yeah. But I would have liked it for the psychotic one to be the only one within the correct frame of mind.
Yeah.
Like, that would play on it. Like, every normal person now becomes the psychotic one, and the psychotic one is now normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but watch, it's gonna be like Jeremy or Nedley or something.
I think it's gonna be Nedley. Working with Jeremy, it's gonna be both of them.
Yeah.
And Jeremy's probably gonna end up falling under the spell,
Mm-hmm.
leaving Nedley the only one to get Wynonna out of it, which is, I think that's the time that when they're done with this Jolene thing, that he's gonna step down.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the fight that just lets him know
Oh, Nedley.
he's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
That he should just hand over the reins to Nicole.
And then he's gonna say, "I'm your father, Waverly."
He wouldn't even know.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
Really. I doubt their mom probably even knows.
I mean, I'm not saying it will be. I'm just theorizing that
But
it might be.
like, I just say like, the mom probably doesn't even know who the daddy is. Just knows that she's not an Earp.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't know if we'll ever really find out who her father is. Really?
yes.
You have to go Star Wars.
Yes. Because we're gonna have that moment. Someone's gonna walk and go, Waverly, I am your father.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it when it happens. Anyway, I'll watch the preview for next time, and we won't have an Outpost review this week because it's off until the 21st, which is next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, the only thing you'll get from us this week is Wynonna.
Yes, and I have nothing on Friday. Do you have anything on this Friday? So it should be going up Friday night.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be. So
I mean, I wasn't planning on doing anything on Friday, but I did, so.
Yeah, I was planning on being done with my stuff on Friday, but since you were gone, I was like, the hell with it.
Yeah.
But
as far as I know, I'm free.
yeah. So sorry that it's a couple days late.
Yeah.
But
hopefully you still watch it.
Yeah, if you guys have made it this far through our English through our ramblings, then thank you very much. And put down I am your father in the comments below.
Oh. Seriously?
Yes. And yeah, I guess
until next time, keep sending those revenants back to hell.